We are live. Welcome to the Morning Money Room. It's your girl, Finance Muslima. Yes, welcome to the Morning Money Room, the Morning Money Room, the Morning Money Room. I'm your girl. I'll come to you guys 2, 3 days a week, early morning, top of the AM, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and we talk all things money and mindset. We have real conversation. This Morning Money Room has been phenomenal. It's been increasing. It's been an overflow. It's been wonderful. And I love to do it because we talk about real things. And guys, we talk about things that need to be discussed. First and foremost, the top of the AM. I'm your girl, Finance Muslima. I hope you've said your prayers. I hope you've done some affirmations, stretch your body, get a little bit of workout, get that adrenaline pumping. I've been to the gym this morning. Y'all know when I hit the gym first, the adrenaline, I'm on a beat. It's a great, great feeling. You should try it. And then last but not least, guys, find a way to make an impact in somebody else's life today. After I focus on my self care, I can then tap into my tribe, my audience, and pour some of this love and energy out on you guys because I know a lot of us are seeking and trying to find those in the universe who still regular people and going through regular things and have regular conversation because we're all going through things. I'm your girl, Finance Muslima. If you're new to the Morning Money Room, you can click the link in the bio. Make sure you subscribe to the email list. Make sure you stay connected. Make sure you have first hands on of what's going on. Because your girl been popping, popping, popping. Starting from 11 years, you guys, your girl has been popping. It has been an amazing, phenomenal struggle, very disciplined, up and down roller coaster journey, but I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world because this is me. They say this is entrepreneur life. I love it here. I love it here. And if you guys know me, then you know I love it here. If you come to this space, you're going to get what you're looking for. I want you to stay connected. I really do. Drop your names. Let me know who you are. I always say drop a heart, show some love. Show some love, guys. We got to spread some love. Somebody is online. A lot of people, a lot of us, we need some love. So drop some hearts and show some love. Drop your name. And let's get started. Our topic of discussion for today is that good old man woman conversation. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? We're going to have some discussions today. First, before I get started, jumping into content, make sure if you get yourself together, you have your pens and your paper, and make sure you're in a quiet space. If you have your headsets on, your AirPods, make sure you can hear me and feel me and listen to me because this is going to be good. This morning, as always, but this is going to be good. So, this is the thing. First, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been purchasing the financial planners. I opened up and let you guys know that the restock was up and open. Website is jumping with sales. I greatly, greatly appreciate you guys. My tribe is so dope. I appreciate y'all. I'm very, very grateful. Thanks for all the DMs. Thanks for the tags. Thanks for all of the sharing, commenting, and letting other people in my audience know that this is real life stuff and my content and my work is helping you really get results. So thank y'all for that. I appreciate it. And I know that it would because it really helped me to get results. That was the number one thing of, the confidence building part. I was like, yeah, I should share this because it's really the things that changed my life. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm happy. I'm so humbly filled with joy that these things that I am openly, confidently sharing with you guys about my life is helping other people. That's what it's about. So, thank you guys for that. So, as always, I say drop some hearts, show some love, drop your name, and welcome to the Morning Money Room. If you're in the Facebook community, if you just jumped online, drop a heart, show some love, say good morning, good morning, good morning. Before I get started, also, I want to let you guys know finally, I have some couple of pieces of good news to share. So the first one webinar. Girls just want to have funds. Girls just want to have fun. The webinar. This is a paid webinar. I've done tons of free webinars. This is a paid webinar because there's so much in it. This is a paid webinar. Y'all know when I do webinars, if you listen to my lives and all of the content and valuable information I drop, just imagine being on my lives, right? So girls just want to have fun because that's how I feel. Going into these summer months, it's a lot of distraction. We want to do so many things, but I'm going to give you guys the blueprint to some things to keep you hitting that target and keep you on the flow of your goals, even while living life and even while celebrating yourself. You can have fun, but don't forget the target. Don't forget what we focused on, right? So girls just want to have fun. The webinar is Monday, January the 21st. It's going to start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be on Zoom. I'm telling you now, the room is going to be filled. It's going to be lit. It's going to be popping. We're going to have an amazing time. We're going to have some fun. We're going to drop a lot of content. Guys, I have a special guest. Coming through. I'm not telling you guys who it is yet. I will. If you're on the email list, you'll probably get first access to who it's going to be. But you have to stay connected in order to know. So make sure you're on the email list, www.faithfamilyfinance.co, www.faithfamilyfinance.co. And another thing I need to let you guys know, next month is my birthday. Your girl is turning 38 years young. Woo-hoo. Listen, next month is my birthday. On a serious note, guys, I am truly blessed. I'm truly grateful. I'm truly thankful. I'm no longer in a struggling position in my life. I don't really desire anything that I want from people. What I want and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a situation where it being my birthday, what I want is all of you guys that want to give me stuff and want to donate, want to do cash apps, want to give me this. I don't care if it's $5, $10, $20, whatever it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it all in the pot. If it's by, I probably do it by cash app. So I'm going to hold all the money in the pot. I'm going to screenshot it, and everybody that participates or everybody sends something through, I'm going to screenshot and share it to you how much money it was. And what I'm going to do is this is what I want to do, right? Because I told you guys I wanted 500. I wanted the Mindset and Money Game Planner and 500 more families, right? 500 more households. So I'm booking 500 more households. I want in 500 people more hands. So what I'm going to do is all of the donations that I get for my birthday next month, via Cash App, I'm gonna only people that partake in it and that actually send me something, they're gonna know everything that I'm doing, what's going on, and how this goes. So I'm gonna donate all of the money, dip it back, and I'm gonna put it towards books. So this is the thing: one financial planner, $24.99, $25. Depending on how many donations or how many Cash Apps I get, how much money it is, what I'm gonna do is I'll give out. So for instance, if it's $200, $25 divided by 4, that'll be books. 4, that'll be 8. That'll be 8 financial planners that'll go in 8 different families, 8 different households. Yes, into 8 more people's hands. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, if I get whoever wants to donate, give me something for my birthday, I'll add up the money. We'll see how many planners we can get with it. And then I'm going to go on live, or I may do it through email, but I'm going to post something and I'm going to give these books to single parents, all of my single moms that need something to help them create their personal finance portfolio. They need something to get started with. This financial planner is the absolute tool that they need. They may can't afford it. They may have wanted it, but they may have been putting it off. Some people do procrastinate, but some people really don't have enough funds for different stuff. And I want to give back in that way next month. So however much it equals up to be, so you guys will be so generous. You're going to be actually donating into other households, because that's exactly what I'm gonna do with the books. And depending on how much money it is, after my birthday, what I'll do is I'll pick some single moms and we're going to go ahead and ship it out to them. So I hope that you participate. Yes, that's going to be so dope. I'm super excited. That's what I came up with to do. I'm super grateful. Like I said, I'm blessed. I don't want for anything from anybody. Of course, you know, we love gifts and stuff like that. I'm super thankful, but I want to figure out a way where I can give back more to other people. I'm always trying to figure that out. So that's the idea I came up with. Next month for my birthday, July 9th, if you decide that you want to contribute or drop something in the Cash App, what you're actually going to be doing is help donate a financial planner to a Black single mother that needs this tool to help her on her own personal finance journey. It's going to be amazing. The next thing, far as the webinar, June 21st, Girls Just Want to Have Funds. The price of the webinar is $50. $50 is the price of the webinar. I have another option is a VIP. If you want a VIP, the VIP ticket is $90. What you will get for the VIP if you come start with the big dogs, what you'll get if you want to be a big stepper per se, right? What you'll have access to the webinar, of course. You're going to have a replay of the webinar emailed to you. And I know how important replays are because it'd be so much content sometimes at night when I'm on webinars. I'd be like, yo, did I write this down? Did I go back? Did I screenshot this? So I need to, because the content is going to be there. The go-to, the exact go-to is going to be in this webinar. So you want to have access to the webinar. You're going to get a replay sent to your email of the webinar so that you can do the necessary to make sure you get every piece in this webinar that you need for your own personal reasons. And then also, this is the huge one, guys. This is the huge one that's going to come with the $90 VIP. You'll have one-on-one access with me on a virtual. And I'm going to help you. I'm going to create your own personal financial plan. If you've never sat with a financial professional before, you don't even know what a financial plan looks like. It's a very extensive plan. It's probably about 12 to 15 pages long. If you pay the $90 VIP, you'll get the replay, you get the webinar access, and you'll also get your own financial plan. I'll go with you, walk through it with you. We'll jump on a virtual wherever you are. It doesn't matter. And I'll create you your own personal financial plan. And then after that, you set. So it's no need, after you have this webinar, after you get your own personal financial plan, is no need for you to not be able to do what you need to. So we have $50 for a regular spot in a webinar. Good morning, and then $90 for the VIP. VIP is going to include access to the webinar, is going to include a replay via sent to your email, and thirdly, it's going to be the one-on-one with me, creating you your own personal financial plan, 12 to 15 pages long. That is at least probably between $1,200 to $1,500 value by itself. So ask around if you don't know about financial planning. That right there is over $1,000 in value by itself. So you get it for $90 for the low. It's up to you and how much you want to invest in yourself, how serious you are about your goals. That was my announcements first. This is what I want to talk about this morning. So we had this conversation before, and I didn't go real extensive with it, but I'm going to get a little bit deeper with it this morning, right? We've had the conversation on should I wait for a spouse to build my financial portfolio? I want you guys to give me some answers. You guys that's on the private Facebook page, if you're on IG, you coming through, you on YouTube, drop an answer to this question. Do you think you should wait for a spouse, whether it be man or woman, to start your financial portfolio? I want to know what y'all got to say, because I feel two different ways from this. Um, I feel a couple of ways about this, but we're going to talk about it. Let me know. Do you say yes or do you say no? Do you feel like, yes, I should wait for my significant other to start my financial portfolio or, start investing, start living my best life? Should I wait on him or her? Should I wait on him? How long you be waiting? Or do you feel, no, I'm not waiting on him to start my financial portfolio. I'm going to start planning my financial life now so that when the time comes, I'll be an asset. I'll be an asset. I'll be able to add in to what he has going on. And then from there, we go bigger, we go wider, we go deeper. We just next level it from there. Do you think that you should wait for your spouse, your significant other, your soulmate? You say you waiting on, wait for God to send you that person. Do you think that you should wait on that person to start your own personal financial portfolio? So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, and I'm going to tell you some reasons why I say no. And I'm going to relate it from a personal standpoint because everybody can relate to the real. Everybody can relate to people's own personal situation because there's millions of people around the world that's going to relate to my personal situation. Like I told you guys before, Finance Muslim will be 38 years old next month. I've been married before. I'm divorced. I'm single. Right? So when I explain and elaborate on the reason that I say no, I want you to mentally and logically understand that I've been on both sides of the fence before. Not I'm just relating it to being single and just being single forever for a long time, right? No, I was married before. I know what that side is like too. I know what both sides is like. So I'm going to give my point of view of no comes from having the view and the living experience and the personal experience of the other side as well. I say no. I'm going to tell you the reasons that I say no. I want to tell you the reasons. So I will say this. When I was married, um, I'm not going to use the excuse of being young because we tend to be like, oh, yeah, I was young, I was learning. Yeah, I was young, but a lot of things too, you should know better about a lot of things. So, this is the thing when I was married, I had um, a very, very great husband that um, provided 100%. I see the discussion of the 50-50, the 70-30, the, whatever, 64, all of this stuff, right? Everything's 50-50. It's 2021. Some things are different. And I guess depending on the man that you're dealing with, when I was married, I was fortunate enough to not have to do anything. Basic things around the house, or I did what I wanted to do, right? So the space that I was in my life then, I used all of my money and did what I wanted to do. I did a lot of foolish things with it. Shopped a lot, traveled a lot, didn't really prioritize. Just invested a lot in crazy stuff that you go through in your late 20s and all that kind of stuff, right? So I really I didn't prioritize, you know, with him paying everything and everything in the household being taken care of. What I did was extra money of his I stacked, extra money of mine that I didn't want to spend, I stacked, or I did different things with it. I wasn't as educated as I was now to really triple or 4 or 5 times that money, right? But I didn't do enough. I didn't contribute. I don't feel that I contribute enough to the household, even the small things. Like I felt like I could have did more, not always financially. Like, oh girl, you did, you weren't supposed to do nothing. Let him do everything. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. He did it. But even to the small things, I didn't play my part enough. And this is the thing: when you have a good man, when you have a good husband, they provide everything. You have to be very disciplined, because if you're not disciplined, you will mess up a lot of money. I messed up a lot of money. I wasted a lot of time running around doing foolish things. I guess it was a not saying that I was young. I'm not going to say that, right? But I was trying to grow up. I guess that was those years in my life, and I will tell you guys this: for so many years of that and so long of having a man fund your lifestyle, pay your bills, stuff like that. If you don't have any responsibility, it crushes it cripples you to a certain extent. So it cripples you to a certain extent. Now, this is the second part of it. When I no longer had him, had the money, still some of his money and my money, consistent flow. I had consistent cash flow. But when I no longer had him, what happened was, now it's like, okay, you got to sit down at the drawing board. You got to go back to the table, to the basics. You got to figure this thing out. You got to pay the rent. You got to pay the electric, the water, the gas, the cable, your cell phone bill, the car insurance. You have to do all of these things. And mentally, it's not the fact that, oh, it was a lot of money, I needed a lot of money. Again, the cash flow was there, but when you're not used to being responsible, you're not, you're not used to doing these things, you have to learn. How many women right now that have a spouse or a boyfriend, or shacking up with a significant other, having babies, there's no commitment in the relationship, we just go with the flow type of thing. He does everything, I'm comfortable, I have the lifestyle, the kids don't want nobody, want for nothing. But mentally, if you didn't have him tomorrow, would you be able to keep this household afloat with you and your children and still be able to build your legacy? I like to be real. um this is a real topic. It's a real situation. I've been through this years ago. I know women that's currently going through it now, women who have been through it years ago, the same situation. It's a real thing. If something happens to him, or he decides to no longer be around, even with having the cash flow there, having the money there, would you be able to mentally grasp the fact that you're now in control? What does that look like for you? Because for me, back then in my late 20s, it was a little hard because you're not used to responsibility. So, I'm not saying that the man shouldn't do that. That is his job. Don't put in my mouth things that I'm not saying, because y'all love doing that. I'm not saying that he shouldn't, take care of everything and do what he's supposed to do as a provider. A provider is mentally and physically and financially. A provider is way past financial providing. Is way past money. Being a provider and a leader in a household is way past money, right? So, what does that look like for you? Will you be able to grasp that? And so this is the thing. Let him do him. But I just say, for some women that's in that situation, I feel like we get very, very comfortable, because that's exactly what I was. You get very, very comfortable, or we as women get comfortable. And then when life shifts, we don't really know how to adjust. So the small thing that, and it's really simple, that I would say for people in that situation, maybe just step up and do a little more small, basic things to do towards the household. Maybe show him you appreciate him more. Not always it have to be about gifts, surprises of a trip, buy him this, show him that you appreciate him. Even if you like, oh, let him do everything. I don't want to do the cable or the light bill this month. I want to let that be his responsibility. That's fine. Let him do it. But what else are you doing to contribute to the flow of the household and the family. Ask yourself that. So the reason that I say no, you should not wait, because this is the thing. You have to train your mindset and you have to train your way of thinking. You have to train your lifestyle. You have to train yourself to create daily routines and train yourself to, be able to adapt to life mentally, because you can have all the money in the world. Mentally, if you're not there and you don't know how to take action and what the next thing is to do, you're going to explode when your back is against the wall. And you can't do that because our backs are against the wall more times than we want it to be. It's not even the fact of it being against the wall. Who cares about that? Women, we know how to get stuff done. The thing is, how are you going to react when you're in that situation? I say no, don't wait for him. Get your life started now. So for me, being divorced and currently single, I say create your life that you want for yourself. And when that person comes along and it's the right timing, and y'all both are on the same thing, if it's meant to be, it'll be. But don't let that stop you. Don't say, "Oh, I'm gonna put it on my to-do list, but I'll buy my house when I get a husband and we have some kids and start family." No, sis, if you want to buy a house, buy what you want right now. When that alignment comes into your life and that happens, y'all just increase it and do more together. This is the thing. How can you say that you want God to send you somebody in your life that you want them to do 100% everything when you're not even capable of doing 100% everything yourself? A man that is capable of doing 100% everything, he's not going to grasp to you the woman that doesn't have it something together and she could do this thing on her own. Why would he? You're all over the place. He's not all over the place. He's going to have his stuff together, hopefully. So that man is not going to want you. The ones that's going to want you, who are all over the place, they're messy. They don't really know what they're doing. They trying to figure things out, and then y'all will collide. And it's nothing wrong with that one either, because if it's a mature enough situation, y'all can grow together. Even with a man that has all his stuff together and you have all yours together, when you guys, combine together, it's still next levels to get to together. It's still more building to do together. So just because you decide you want to buy your Bentley now and buy your dream house now and invest in real estate now and then increase your stock portfolio, just because you decide that you want to do those things while you're single, it doesn't mean that you can't do more when it's that time with that person. What it does mean is, by you laying a foundation already and you so tight, you have it already together. The good thing is it's going to alleviate a lot of those that's not for you, because they're not going to be able to handle you. You already on the next level. It's going to attract the ones that's there, got it together. They can match you, and you guys will be here, and then together you go here. There's no stopping it. That's the type of mindset that I want you guys to have. Don't downplay anything that you're doing. I had a conversation with a young lady. Very great savings account, very great 9 to 5 job, on a road to start her own company, homeowner, all of these things, right? And she was just like, all of her plans and her 5 to 10 year goals was based upon when I get a man. There's nothing wrong with it because being single, y'all know I'm real. I it be like that sometimes, but it can't be. This is only for when this happens. I need to make my goals for my life right now. This is what's going on. This is what I want to do. This is what it's going to be. It has to be like that, guys, because otherwise you're going to miss so much life, because you're dwelling on what you think is going to happen 5, 10 years from now, instead of preparing, living in the moment, enjoying yourself. You work hard, celebrate yourself, do the necessary, and just act as if you don't even know what's going to happen, because you don't know what God is going to have happen for you. And just live your life. Suppose you wait 3 to 5 years for him. He comes along, it's a happily ever after. princess story, fairy tale story, sweeps you off your feet. He's the best thing ever happened to you. You guys get together, get married, everything's good, have a baby, you got a family, you decide to get the white picket fence house, and you got your dream home and all these things. Suppose all of those things do happen, but then you get the back end of the stick because you're not financially educated. You don't have anything for you put in place. What do you want to bring to the table for your man and your child that you're bringing into this world? What are you going to have to bring to the table? So I say, don't even wait. I don't think that you should wait. I think that you should live your best life and do your thing right now. And then when it happens, everything will fall in place. If it doesn't, then it's not meant to be. So, because then I want to lay these couple down too. When you get married, or when now you have a family, it's yours, mine's, ours. That's what marriage is. Yours, mine's, ours. I think that it should be separate but equal, if that makes a difference, especially when it comes to the finances. People like joint accounts and all that stuff. Yeah, that's fine. That's your husband. I think that it should be joint money with you too, but I'm going to have some separate money. He can have separate money. That's fine. People have separate marriages, have separate bank accounts, and then they have joint accounts. That's my personal opinion for that. Some marriages have getaway funds. They have an account where they strictly put in for their family vacation. And I want to give you a couple tips on the reason that you should not wait. Because this is the thing, money needs time to grow. 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 You can start building legacy right now for your child or for your family that you don't even have yet. That's how deep this is. Why? Because of this beautiful thing called compound interest. This beautiful thing called compound interest. Money needs time to grow, especially when you're talking about compounding money. You guys know I talk about life insurance investing all the time. Money needs time to grow. Compound interest, it needs time to grow. Um, Even in real estate, even in stocks, if you're into crypto, anything it is you want to do, money needs time to grow. You need time for those assets that you buy to really turn into profit. Some of them can be profitable right away. But the bottom is the longevity game. Compound interest is going to be your best friend. Invest in those things now, especially while you're younger and more healthy. You don't want to wait. Oh, I'll wait and do that when I get a husband, or when I start a family. I'll do that. No, do it now. So then when you start a family, you're in a position where you're not going to be behind, if that makes sense. You're not going to be you're going to probably be 5 years older. Suppose you're 30 now. You say, oh, well, maybe 5 years, I'll get a husband. Suppose you get a husband at 35. Now you're having a baby, you're starting your family, you're happy, everything's going, and then you start the journey to building wealth. You're going to be behind. Had you started when you're mentally and physically and in a great financial place to do it, just start. Who knows what you could build or what will happen over the 5 years in the course of meeting that person, and then you're more of a valuable player in that stance. You want to be a valuable player to everybody. You want to be a valuable player to your friends. You want to be a valuable player to your family. You want to be a valuable player to anybody that's in your life. You want to be a valuable player when it comes to business. You want to be a valuable player when it comes to your relationships. You want to be a viable player in everything, because this is the thing. If you're not a viable player, if a person doesn't understand your worth, if you're not um, per se, like, what are you bringing to the table per se? If you're not a viable player, why would that person keep you around? Why would that person invest in you? Why would they build with you? Why would they plan with you? That's one side of it. Then you have the other side. When you're not a valuable player, it's easy for people to walk out of your life. When you're not a viable player, it's easy for a person to walk away from the table and don't do a deal with you because you don't bring nothing to the table. Especially if it's not on a level that they bring, or even more, you're not a viable player. If you in a relationship, it's the same thing. Marriage is the same thing. What do you bring to the table? What do you do? What do you bring that him and the children need you in this house? We need you every day. We need you there for us. What is it that you bring that they can't have, they won't have without you? That's value. What type of value do you bring to the table? And then last but not least is the financial piece. Because you guys say y'all want to meet a CEO, y'all want a millionaire guy, he got to have a mansion. You want him to have a Maserati, a Porsche. You want to live this life. You want the Bentley, all of this stuff, but you don't have no value. Why would somebody want to invest in somebody with no value? As being single, the marriage is going to be different for me moving forward. It's not going to be what it was back then. It's going to be different because that's the beautiful thing about life: living, learning, and growing, and not doing the same thing. You have to be a valuable player all around. That's all I'm going to say. And the last but not least, the reason that I encourage you guys to do so now, you see all of the death around us. You see, life is just moving really quick. Life is moving really quick. Um, you can be unproductive for a week and miss thousands of dollars. In a life, especially being an entrepreneur, not being productive for an hour of your time during the day. You know how much contact I could have made with people, how much money I could have made, how many potential clients I could have connected with, how many plants, how many seeds I could have planted. Listen, when you're in the entrepreneur life and everything is solely based upon you, even an hour of your day is so precious because you could be doing so much. That to you, that should tell you life is moving really quick. So why wait? Because you don't even know what's going to happen. Why wait? Live your life now. I'm not waiting. And I don't suggest that you guys wait. I suggest that you live your best life right now. And what is meant to be will be. If he can match it, then you guys match, and then y'all take it to the next level together. If you connect with a builder, a person that's currently building his way, there's nothing wrong with that. I guess depending on what you want. If you already here at this level and you're willing to connect with a person who's just building, getting stuff together, that's your decision. If you want to make that decision, that's up to you. Just don't allow that person to take you to a place where you used to be. Not saying that everything, oh, he gotta, be on what I'm on and all of that. Everybody is different. It's depending on what's for you. So somebody just sent a message. I'm moving to Durham, North Carolina. How far is that from you? First, good morning, whoever you are. Good morning. Secondly, that's probably about 2 hours. If you need some information, you can click the link in the bio, send me a DM, we can connect. If you guys are new to the Morning Money Room, click the link in the bio, join my email list, go in there and grab you. I got a free credit repair cheat sheet on there. I have a free millionaire daily routine on there. So go on the website, grab some things, and then the financial planner is on sale for $24.99. If you need a personal conversation, you can send me a DM. I do talk to people, but firstly, good morning. And so, guys, that's my take on should you start building your financial portfolio while you're single? I absolutely agree that you should. I that's just my opinion because I'm not waiting for nothing or nobody to live my best life. And that's just how it's supposed to be. That's how I feel. Each and every single woman, each and every single man, everybody, if you're on this live, if you're not on this live, whoever you are in life or whatever it is you're going through, it doesn't matter if you're at rock bottom right now. It doesn't matter if you surpassed rock bottom and you at a point where you're comfortable, you finally just paying your bills, you okay. It doesn't matter if you're at a next level where you like everything is profited now. Good morning, positive empowerment. Good morning. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're not a valuable player, you're not going to be kept. And that should be the mindset from the other way as well. So whoever that man may be for you, if he's not a viable player, then he shouldn't be kept either. But you can't say that you're not going to keep him because he's not a viable player if you're not even a valuable player. So girls just want to have fun. The webinar is January the 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The price of the webinar is $50 to get in, to be in the room. We have a $90 ticket, a $90 VIP ticket. You get access to the webinar. You get a replay sent to your email. And then also you get a 12 to 15 page financial plan personally for you that's like worth over $1,000 already in itself. The VIP is $90. If you're in a situation where you never sat with a financial professional, you don't know what a financial plan is, you don't know how to build your own financial foundation so that you can get to the next level, then you need a financial plan created for your own personal financial strategy. This is where I'm at. This is what I should be doing to get where you need to go. Because going to work, making the money, starting your business, the 5-6 streams and all of that, yes, that's the cash flow. But if you don't know how to manage money, you won't know how to multiply it. Learning how to multiply it and take that money to the next level is very more important than to just keep creating more income, because you can keep creating more income. Sales is easy to get. It's easy to make money, but do you know how to keep it? Do you know how to manage it? Do you know how to multiply it? That's the most important things, guys. www.faithfamilyfinance.co, www.faithfamilyfinance.co. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Tomorrow, don't forget to join the Morning Money Room, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.